conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Marr now to kick this one away.
I'm about to get my ass here. Yeah, I hear you, bro. How's your Astros doing, G? I haven't been keeping up on baseball. I know we got preseason games tomorrow. I know my Cardinals play tomorrow, so I'm excited about that. Let's see. Yeah, they look good, bro. Just on paper, you know. I really don't watch baseball too much, but they look good on paper, bro. They always do. For the last, like, 4 years, they look good.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Murray now on first down. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Well, they only had a yard to go. They tried to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Come on. Come on.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
You guys need to get in.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On third down, Elliott. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
I know what you're going to do, bro. You can get that first down. Let's go. Ooh, why did you do that?
Hassan Reddick, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they give it up just on their side of midfield, and yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Murray now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff, Johnson, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On the ready. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. I know he ain't got it.
Now Murray. This complete to the tight end Clay. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Johnson on the counter. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Let's try this out.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 ending. 54. Mike, 54. Yeah.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Pissed about that.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
All day, baby. All day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. This will be caught at about the 5. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st.
Field goal.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featuring no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 3rd down, it's Elliott. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott.
Come on.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Boy.
And he will score.
Get him up. Get him
Touchdown,
up.
Cardinals. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point.
And it's good. And it's good.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Oh, boy. That man did pissed.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Gonna air this shit out. Got 28 seconds, some timeouts. We'll give you a little room. Don't throw it to Peterson side, man. I'm telling you, stay away from
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
You got a lot of balls, yeah.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Bring them out, bring them out.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Come on, motherfucker.
Again, it's Elliott.
Good block.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Do your little audibles.
Now Prescott. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. They feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Should have had him way back there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Short pass outside, man.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
Get out there, motherfucker.
And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, kill! 47! Go to 54, Ryan. 43, check, 43. Echo.
And the blitz does come. Cooper's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On play action, Prescott.
He's going to run.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, what's good?
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
So I haven't played it in a year. I took a little break off of Madden for a little while. I didn't like last year.
I'm going to come back to you.
10th carry now for
Come
Elliott.
on, man.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Kill.
I don't know. Maybe my mic's turned down or something else.
Throwing. Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. The give is to Elliott.
Come on.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows.
Dope.
Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Driver, OG?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
See, I think it's the first preseason game tomorrow. I know the Cardinals play tomorrow. Play against
and as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Dude, 46.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to take a shot for the end. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
God damn it.
From 21 yards away. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Shut up, OG. Oh, yeah. Right.
Watch the curve.
Murray now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Oh, my
Picked off by George Iloka. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Looks like a wrap.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick six, fourth quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go.
Yep, again.
Mike's by four. Oh, yeah,
Murray trying again after the pick six. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Murray.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, OG, you need to get this shit.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it hits the ground, instead going to an opposite color jersey.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. It's caught on the right side, Williams. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
For emoji.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first and 10, here's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw, Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Fuck it.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. He's back to throw. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it.
And he'll take
boom shot a locker.
Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
I know, OG. Now I just got to hold him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
I don't know how to see it.
Prescott. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All
drive easy, bro. Be safe,
dog. Call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And Jason Garrett's going to lead the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. He can run for it, and he will. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. But still need 1 completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have 1 last shot.
Back to throw. He's got his target. It's come. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
That should have been inbounds. Fucking bullshit. Come on, G. What are you fucking doing, dog? All right.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check, 43. They can't hang with us.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The safety boot of Baker there to force the incompletion. So on 4th down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
That bullshit.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Come on.
On the left side, Gallup's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
1st down, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Come on, QB, come on. Check, check. Flag down, flag down, flag down.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Darius Philo able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Let's go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Mike, 54. I got you. I got you.
First throw of overtime for Murray. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Backed up deep in their own territory. They were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in this spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. Might be necessary here in OT.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Now Murray. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
And nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He gets this one to Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray completing it to the right side. Johnson. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Set, ready. Ready. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's green. It's green. Check, ready.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. On second down, Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Throwing now is Murray. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And he got it.
Boom.
The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Alright guys, thank you for watching, man. I'm out skis, bro. Peace.